Now there's an A final on the course. Girls, junior under 15 girls, Cots Quads. Henley Rowing Club in lane 1, Latimer Upper School in lane 2, Lady Eleanor Hollis School in lane 3, Surbiton High School in lane 4, the Tideway Scullers School in lane 5, and Maidenhead Rowing Club in lane 6.
If you put Tideway Scullers in every race,
I just remember this afternoon Henley Rowing Club and Lane 1 have had a sort of symbiotic relationship, and looks as though it's doing all right for them at the moment. This A final, the J15 girls Cots Quads. Henley Rowing Club, Latimer Upper, and Lady Eleanor Hollis in lane 3. But already the positions in the race seem to be fairly well established at this stage, though of course anything can happen. Like, for instance, a burn from Latimer Upper, who are having a real go now at Henley, trying to take over that first place, win this A final. .250 from home and their level. The thing is, are Latimer Upper going to be able to scull through them? I think they may well have done, but they're not the only people who are burning. Tideway Scullers having a really good go in lane 5. And on either side of them, Surbiton High School, Maidenhead Rowing Club going with them. Rather putting the pressure on, but Henley's still leading. Latimer Upper still second. But it's Scullers on this side, the Finnish Tower side of the course, who have put in a very strong burn and have taken third place. Latimer Upper not going to have quite enough course left to catch Henley. Henley have crossed, Latimer Upper have crossed, and Tideway Scullers crossed third. They were followed home by Surbiton High School, then Maidenhead Rowing Club, and then Lady Eleanor Hollis. Another final on the course now. Junior under 15 Cots Quad Sculls. This is the boys' B final. Bryanston School in lane 1, Windsor Boys School A in lane 2, Molesey Boat Club in lane 3, Sir William Borlase's Grammar School in lane 4, that's their A quad. I beg your pardon. Just to keep us on our toes, they're actually running race 66 before 65. So you must ignore everything I've told you before, as you probably do anyway. And this is race 66, which is the A final of the junior under 15 Cots Quads. Latimer Upper in lane 1, Henley Rowing Club in lane 2, Clare's Court School in lane 3, Windsor Boys School their C quad in lane 4, Windsor Boys School's B quad in lane 5, and the Grange School in lane 6. This is race 66, being run out of order, the A final of Junior Under 15 Cox Quads. And the it's another Latimer Henley contest. Latimer in lane 1, Henley in lane 2, and Henley in lane 2 have just got the edge, I think. I must apologise, I give you what information I've been given, and you know, garbage in, garbage out, and this is in fact, because you can see quite clearly, this is a Windsor Boys School quad which is winning, and Windsor Boys School are in lane 2 in race 65, as I originally said. Bryanston School again across second, and Molesey Boat Club are going to be fourth, because William Borlase's school are actually crossing third. That's the B final of Junior Under 15 Cox Quads. Now, I'm rather hoping that the race we now see is the A final of the Junior Under 15 Cox Quads. I may require this to be confirmed by a Minister of Religion and 2 Commissioners of Oaths. But this on the screen now is race 66, the A final of Junior Under 15 Cox Quads. And in lane 6, looking quite impressive, is the Grange School. But exactly who's leading is not always easy to see. I think quite clear Latimer Upper in lane 1 are leading this race, with Henley Rowing Club in lane 2. Not that far behind them. Which you can see clearly now. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes, 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Latimer Upper leading Henley Rowing Club, with Clare's Court lying third, and Windsor Boys School C also in contention. They're in lane 4. Henley Rowing Club having a real go. They've got through Latimer Upper, and they're being followed closely by Clare's Court. But at the moment it's Henley, Latimer, Clare's Court. And Latimer are not letting go. There's Coming down towards the finish now with Henley. Henley have been sculled through. Latimer Upper have been sculled through by Henley. Henley are going to cross the line first, even though they find themselves in unfamiliar territory for once in lane 2. But Henley crossed the line first, then Latimer Upper, who really had, I think, given everything they had. And third place, Clare's Court, then Windsor Boys School, then Windsor Boys B, and then the Grange School.
Race number 67 is the B final of the Junior Under 15 Cox Quad Sculls. Molesey Boat Club in 1, Bryanston 2, Maidenhead in 3, Fermoy in 4, RGS High Wycombe 5, and Clare's Court are in lane 6. Off the start it was Molesey and Bryanston who took the early lead. Maidenhead just a little bit behind, and it's Fermoy that presently have the third slot, although on the left of your picture there in lane number 6 it looks like Clare's Court were making a bit of a showing. So there, at the top of your screen, it's Molesey, then Bryanston. In lane number 3, slightly behind, are Maidenhead. Looks as if Maidenhead had come back on terms now with Fermoy.
You only do that when you want to lock it off. So, and now what I've done, I've just put a bit more gearing in on. Sorry, Steve. I know.
We're keeping an eye out here on lane number 6, which is Clare's Court. Their boat seems to be moving very swiftly as we go through now the 12:50 mark. It's lane number 1, Molesey Boat Club. They have lead, and that was indeed a trick of the camera because it's not Clare's Court up in third. They are presently back in 5th position. In 3rd place it's very much like Maidenhead, who are being pressed by Fermoy. And coming into the sprint finish, this now the B final. It's Molesey Boat Club got a lead, probably just about half a length over Bryanston School. And as they come in towards the last half a dozen strokes, it is Molesey Boat Club in lane 1. Got a lead about half a length over Bryanston. Maidenhead holding off the challenge from Fermoy, and in lane number 3, crossing the line now, it is Maidenhead for 3rd, Fermoy 4th, Clare's Court School in 5th, and in lane number 5 in 6th position, coming up to the line now, it's RGS High Wycombe. The A final of the Junior Under 15 Coxed Quad Sculls, Lane 1 Henley, 2 William Ball Ace, 3 Aberdeen's Schools Rowing Association, Latimer Upper in Lane 4, Tideway Scullers School 5, and Windsor Boys School in Lane 6. Early stages, it's lanes 1 and 4. Showing first, lane number 4, Latimer Upper. Lane 1, Henley. Just inside of Henley, William Borlace and Aberdeen Schools jointly in third. Tideway Scullers and Windsor Boys in lanes 5 and 6. Not much between those two. So out in front, it is Henley and Latimer Upper. The top of your screen, it is Henley. They are ahead of William Borlace inside them. Latimer Upper got out the blocks well, but could just now be being caught. Latimer Upper in lane 4 with Aberdeen Rowing Association inside them. From this camera angle, it looks as if Henley are possibly establishing a decent lead. So it's Henley out in front. Had a pretty good Friday, Henley, all in all, you'd have to say. Over in lane 1, they've now pulled away from the rest of the field. William Borlace now having a battle with Aberdeen Schools, and Latimer Upper. Latimer Upper in second position. And joining in the fight now, it's Tideway Scullers. So Henley pulling away, but the race on for second and third. Latimer Upper in second spot at the moment, but looks like they're coming under pressure from the crews either side of them. Out in front, it is Henley, Latimer Upper, but Aberdeen Schools now putting on a bit of a sprint. Borlace have up their rate, so this is very, very close here. Tideway Scullers also trying to get in on the act, but the last few strokes for Henley, they will cross the line first, but it's very, very close indeed for second and third, and these three crews cross the line, beep, 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 all together. Give you the official result in a moment. The result of that was a win for Henley Rowing Club in lane number 1. Second, lane 4 was Latimer Upper, and in third place it was Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association. The next race due up is race number 69E, Junior Under 14 Cots Cod Skulls. And we should have in lane number 1 Emmanuel School, Royal Grammar School High Wycombe in lane 2, Windsor Boys A in 3, Bryanston School in 4, Windsor Boys C in lane 5, and Norwich School in lane 6. And they are off. This is a B final. And off the start in lane number 4, Bryanston got away pretty quickly. In lane number 2, RGS High Wycombe. Going with them in lane number 1, it is Emmanuel School. And as they now settle down into their race pace, Emmanuel School in lane 1 alongside RGS High Wycombe, but not a lot to choose. As we look right across the field, it is lanes 1 and 2, Emmanuel and RGS High Wycombe out in front. Third place probably going to Bryanston at the moment, with Windsor Boys C and Norwich School battling it out for 4th. Lane number 3, Windsor Boys A. Not the best of starts from them. They're now having a good bash at getting back on terms, but the 1, 2, 3 still Emmanuel, Royal Grammar School, Wycombe and Bryanston. Top of your screen, it is Emmanuel. Emmanuel still holding off the challenge from RGS High Wycombe. Bryanston in lane number 4 they still have a lead over the Windsor Boys A. And in lane number 6, Norwich School beginning to show ahead of Windsor Boys at the back of the field, but at the front of the field it's still Emmanuel, I think, out in lane 1 ahead of RGS High Wycombe, although Bryanston in lane number 3 putting on a really good fight here. They are ahead of Windsor Boys, who are in lane 3. Out front, RGS High Wycombe and Emmanuel continue to battle as they go through the 250 metre to go mark. Emmanuel School now coming under pressure from RGS High Wycombe. RGS just go up a pip there, try and break the lead, and RGS certainly with a higher rate of striking. Who's got the boat speed? Emmanuel holding off the challenge, but they are really shoveling some water down, these boys. This is going to be a cracking finish. Emmanuel in lane 1, RGS in lane 2. Emmanuel responding to the challenge, but RGS putting in a real spurt now. It looks as if they've probably got their bow just in front. They're coming up to the finish line now. It is a tremendous finish there from RGS High Wycombe, and they cross the line ahead of Emmanuel. And back in third, it is Bryanston. They cross the line ahead of Windsor Boys A, then Norwich School, and finally Windsor Boys C. If the lady standing under the speakers by the finish line So if you turn around and you've got something black and yellow behind you, could you just move, please? The lady standing right on the finish line. That's it. Thank you, sweetheart. Race 70F, Junior Under 14, Coxed Quad Sculls. This is a final. RGS High Wycombe in 1. Trentham in 2, Windsor Boys School B in lane 3, Tiffin School in 4, Guildford Rowing Club in 5, Swilliam Borlase School in lane 6. And Trentham out the blocks and showing about a length up, I think, on RGS High Wycombe in lane 1. Inside them, Windsor Boys B. This is the A final of the Junior Under 14 Cox Quads, with Trentham School now, after a cracking start, have a lead of probably just about a length over RGS High Wycombe. They're being chased down by the Windsor Boys B. Tiffin School not out of this. They are presently in possibly equal third. Difficult to see RGS High Wycombe if they're making any pace here. They seem not to be keeping up with the leaders, who are Trentham in lane number 2. So Trentham here in lane number 2, bit of pedigree, these guys already with gold medals earlier on in the season. Inside of them, RGS High Wycombe beginning to claw back, possibly gaining, are they? Difficult to tell from this angle, but it's Trentham out in front. RGS High Wycombe in lane number 1, presently in 2nd. Tiffin School look to have gone through Windsor Boys into 3rd place, but out in front it is Trentham. And Windsor Boys seem to have had a few sloppy strokes there, which have allowed Tiffin to come up on them, but out in front it is Trentham. They're putting in a cracking finish here. RGS High Wycombe trying to stay with them, but I don't think they're going to catch them. RGS High Wycombe, however, are putting in a magnificent sprint here. And having said they're not going to catch them, this could be, put some film in the camera, we might have a photo finish here. And that's very, very close indeed. You can see for yourselves, we're just on the line. We got somebody to move off the finish line, and thank goodness they did. What a finish that is. Well, there we go. That was RGS High Wycombe just catching Trentham on the line. Windsor Boys School come home in 3rd, Tiffin 4th, Guildford 5, and Swilliam Borlase in 6th. And the coaches from RGS High Wycombe jumping up and down and congratulating themselves, and that was a cracking finish from those boys. So the result there of that race was RGS High Wycombe in lane number 1, Trentham in 2, and the Windsor Boys School in 3rd. 71 is on the course now. This is Kingston. Lane number 1 is Kingston Rowing Club, 2 is William Borlase, 3 Magdalen College School, in 4 Emmanuel School, 5 is RGS Lancaster, and in number 6 it's Broxbourne Rowing Club. This is the B final of the Junior Under 14 Coxed Quads. And this is pretty close as they making their way halfway down the course. Lane number 1, Kingston. In the easily recognisable red and white stripes. Inside of them it's Sir William Borlase. It looks like Kingston have the lead here with Magdalen College School in 3rd. .300 metres to go, and it is Kingston out in the lead, with decent battle going on for second spot between William Borlase and Magdalen College School. 4th looks like it could be Royal Grammar School Lancaster, with Broxbourne nearest to us, fighting off the challenge from Emmanuel, who are at the back in lane 4. But out in front it is Kingston Rowing Club. Battle still going on for second spot. Borlase and Magdalen College School. Not much between them at all. It's possibly Borlase. Depends if Magdalen have got a bit of a finish, and Borlase have just upped their rate there. Doesn't look like Magdalen have an answer to that. Out front, Kingston, their last half a dozen strokes as they come up for this, the B final of the under 14 Cox Quads. Kingston crossed the line ahead of Sir William Borlase and Magdalen College School. Fourth spot RGS Lancaster, 5th Emmanuel School, and crossing the line in 6th position is Broxbourne Rowing Club. Race number 72 is underway. This is the A final of the Junior Under 14 Cox Quads. City of Bristol in lane 1, Trentham in 2, Walton Rowing Club 3, Guildford 4, RGS High Wycombe in 5, Maidstone and Victor in lane number 6. And after 250 metres, it's Guildford in lane 4 that have the lead, ahead of City of Bristol, then Trentham. Walton seem to have got left behind at the start. RGS High Wycombe out in 5th, and Maidstone and Victor presently in 6th. You're watching the A final of the Junior Under 14 Cox Quads, with in lane number 1 City of Bristol. Trying to get back on terms with an exceptionally good start from Guildford Rowing Club in lane number 4. You're looking at Trentham there in the yellow boat in lane 2, and from this angle it looks as if City of Bristol have found a bit of pace and are trying to get back on terms with Guildford. But for me, it's Guildford in lane 4. Still maintain their lead. Decent fight going on for second spot here between City of Bristol and Trentham. And there we have it as they go through 12:50 marker. There's 250 metres to go. And in lane number 1, it is City of Bristol. They managed to get ahead. Guildford in lane 4, just beginning to drop off a bit now, with Trentham in second spot. Last 100 metres sees City of Bristol now coming under pressure from Trentham in lane number 2. City of Bristol, they're just glancing across to see where Trentham are, and it's City of Bristol that have a lead probably about a length as they're coming into the last half a dozen strokes. It's City of Bristol who approach the finish line. They cross the finish now ahead of Trentham, with Guildford in third. Walton put on a sprint for fourth. Mason Invicta in fifth. And then RGS High Wycombe crossed the line in sixth. The B final of the Junior Girls 14 Octuple Skulls. The second division underway, and this is between Emmanuel School in 1, Lady Eleanor Hollis B Crew in lane 2, and Sir William Perkins School drawn in lane 4. And we just had news that actually Sir William Perkins have decided not to take part, so it's just between the two crews, Emmanuel B and Lady Eleanor Hollis B. I have to say, I think this is probably one of the warmest National Schools Regatta days I can remember. I think up at Nottingham, I know it's a microclimate here at Dorney next to Eton, but it has been a gorgeous day. And these two crews now heading down the course. Emmanuel School, Lady Eleanor Hollis B. B final of the Junior Under 14 Girls Octuple Skulls. And I did actually think I saw a fish. Would there be any fish in this lake? I thought I saw a fish. I'll have to ask somebody. Are there any fishes in the school lake? Lane number 2, Lady Eleanor Hollis B. Lane number 1, Emmanuel School. And I think it's Emmanuel B that have a lead at the moment. Probably only a small lead, but we can see as the camera pans round past the ice cream van to the 250 metres to go. There's not much in this actually, it's probably just a canvas. Emmanuel School B over LEH. Plenty of noise, we're presuming from the supporters of these two schools, and the two B crews hammering now down to the finish. And on the final 50 metres, Emmanuel School just up their rate, put on a bit of a sprint, and it looks like they're going to take this B final of the Junior Under 14 Girls Quadruple Sculls ahead of Lady Eleanor Hollis B.
Graham. What's up? Filming. Lunchtime. What? Sorry? Yeah, it's quite nice. Sorry? Yeah, I'm filming. What? Yeah. Yeah, you too.
Yeah, this is a good game. This is known wave at the screen. To my knowledge, the screen hasn't waved back yet. No. Robin, they're crying. That's a young people's thing, that dabbing, Robin. Dabbing, it's a young people's thing. I think it might be in Wikipedia if you want to check it up later. Well, we're dying for a race to start. Stop these people enjoying themselves and waving at us. final of the Junior Under 14 Girls Octopus Skulls. Second division, this is the A final. Headington in 1, Lady Eleanor Hollis A in 2, Emmanuel A in lane 3, Surbiton High School are in 4, Kingschester 5, Latimer Upper in 6. Headington, LEH and Emmanuel, lanes 1, 2 and 3, look to be showing early. Surbiton in lane 4 are in the mix. If camera angle is a little bit deceiving, but we would estimate that they could well be in third. The battle up front, Headington and LEH. I think we've heard that a few times over the years. Yes, my distinguished guests in the commentary box are nodding in agreement. Headington, LEH out in front. Surbiton, after a good start, look to be holding third. Emmanuel in fourth, then Kingschester and Latimer Upper. And you can see how popular this regatta is. The boat tents going all the way down, probably a kilometre of tentage, I would estimate here. Lane 1, Headington School. Lane 2, LEH. That's the battle up front. We're watching Surbiton here in lane 4. And as we pan to our right, we can see there's LEH, and at the top of your screen, there is Headington. Headington in lane number 1 have the lead, but as the angle comes through to the 12:50 mark, you'll be able to see that it's still race on here. There's not a lot in this. It's about half a length, 250 meters to go. Headington, LEH, and a real good fight from Surbiton. Surbiton High School in lane number 4. Well done them. Up in third and having a go. Having a real go to try and get the bronze medal. Gold looking like Headington. They're coming under pressure from LEH. LEH in turn are coming under pressure from Surbiton in the middle of the course. But as we come through to the final 20 strokes, it's Headington, LEH and Surbiton. Cracking noise, cracking support here as they cross the line. It's Headington School ahead of Lady Eleanor Hollis A. And a real good effort there from Surbiton High School in lane number 4. Fourth position looks like it's going to go the way of Kingschester. Latimer Upper just hold off the challenge there from Emmanuel. Next up is race number 76. This is the Junior Under 14 Girls Octopus Skulls, the A or Division 1 final. Latimer Upper in lane 1, Lady Eleanor Hollis in 2, Emmanuel School 3, Headington School 4, Kingston Rowing Club are in 5, Surbiton High School are in 6. And as we're watching the boats get onto the start, this is the B final, race number 75. It's the B final of the Junior Under-14 Girls Octable Sculls. Lane 1 is Godolphin Latimer. Lane 2, Bedford Modern School. Lane 3 is King's Chester. 4, St Edward's School. 5, Sir William Perkins. And lane number 6 is Enniskillen Boat Club. Race number 75 is underway. This is the B final. Ignore the caption there on the screen at the moment. This is the B final. Godolphin Latimer in 1, Bedford Model in 2, King's Chester 3, St Edward's in 4, Sir William Perkins School is in 5, Enniskillen Royal Boat Club in lane number 6. Off the start, lane 3 showing well, King's Chester in lane number 3. Got a slight lead at the moment ahead of Bedford Modern and Godolphin Latimer in lane 1, but a very good start from King's Chester in lane 3. Godolphin Latimer in lane 1, just trailing at the moment behind Bedford Modern, but out in front it's King's Chester after a very strong start in lane number 3. You can see there the colours of St Edward's School, St Edward's School Oxford in lane 4. Outside of them it's Sir William Perkins, and in lane number 6 Enniskillen. They settled down now into their race pace. They're approaching the halfway mark. It's still King's Chester that have the lead over Godolphin in lane 1 and Bedford Modern in lane number 2. So King's Chester out in front, Bedford Modern in lane 2. Put on a bit of a spurt here. It looks like they possibly have got ahead of Godolphin Latimer in lane number 1. Fight going on for 4th place between St Edward's School and Sir William Perkins. And it is still King's Chester who have the lead in this, the final of the A Division Junior Under 14 Girls Octuple Sculls. 250 metres to go. King's Chester ahead of Bedford Modern School. And in lane 1, Godolphin Latimer. Now, have Godolphin got anything left in the tank? Can Bedford Modern put pressure on King's Chester? But they came out the blocks well. King's Chester in lane 3. Big challenge coming now from Bedford Modern. Bedford Modern School just up their rate. Looks as if King's Chester have responded. Godolphin now sprinting for the line. There's about 50 metres to go and things hotting up. King's Chester still out in front, just about holding off the challenge, but a real scrap now for second between Bedford Modern and Godolphin. And King's Chester, last couple of strokes, King's Chester by a canvas over Bedford Modern by a canvas, and then Godolphin Latimer. That was race number 75. Next up you have race 76. And it's St Edward's Cross in 4th, ahead of Sir William Perkins School, and then Ellis Skilling in 6th. Well, we all enjoyed that very exciting finish. Should we have to do a photo finish, we need you to move clear of the finish line. And the finish line is the yellow and black sign. It's not the big boys floating in the water, it's the sign. If you're standing in front of that, if you could make sure you just move away. Thank you very much. Have we mentioned the shop this year? I don't know if the shop, you've mentioned the shop, sells more t-shirts than Petticoat Lane in a whole year. Unbelievable. And they're great value for money. How much are they this year? £27.50, something like that. But every single competitor at this regatta's name is on the t-shirt, and they do a roaring trade. And the sponsor of the shop this year is?
That just tips it up and down, and it spins side to side. You see?
It's really bad quality.
That's because it's zoomed in loads.
football called? Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better. I would seriously have fun doing this. So what does this do? This thingy?
And this zooms in and out. In and out. No, use this hand. This one goes here. And this one goes.
Ah,
We'll go over then.
that's really uncomfy.
Zoom in, zoom
Can't
out.
I can do that. Ow. I can't because literally I have to cover it with my eye. Otherwise I can't see it. That's a nice tree. Then like when you want to go down, you can go down and be like, look at that. A boat's lining up, Luca.
Yeah, I'm not needed yet. Phil.
Oh. Oh. Oh no, so you look at that. You look at this.
Oh, look at it when they come closer.
Lucas, more like an obstacle course for me.
Race number 76, final of the Junior Under 14 Girls Octopus Skulls A Division in Lane 1 Latimer Upper, Lane 2 Lady Eleanor Hollis, 3 Emmanuel School, 4 is Headington School, 5 is Kingston Rowing Club, and 6 Surbiton High School. Out the blocks it is Latimer Upper. They got a lead at the moment about half a length over LEH. Lady Eleanor Hollis in turn have a lead over Emmanuel School. And then not much to choose between Headington and Kingston Rowing Club, and indeed Surbiton for 4th, 5th and 6th. Going through the 1500 metre mark, it is Latimer Upper after a very good start. Have a good lead over Lady Eleanor Hollis and then Emmanuel. Day 1 of the National Schools 3-day event here at Dorney. Very kindly sponsored by Charles Stanley Wealth Managers. This is race number 76, final race 80, so we're only about 20 minutes away after a glorious day's race in here. The weather's been extremely kind. Out in front in this race, it is Latimer Upper. Terrific noise coming, and even some schoolmates trying to run alongside giving their support. Latimer Upper putting on a great show, 250 metres to go. They've got a length over Lady Eleanor Hollis. In lane number 4, Headington now coming back at LEH, so that's going to be close for second. And third, Emmanuel School just dropped off the pace here. And a decent race going on between Kingston Rowing Club and Surbiton. But out in front, Latimer Upper pulling away in this, the Junior Under 14 Girls Octopus Skulls final. Second spot it is LEH, but in third, a cracking finish here. Emmanuel and Headington. Emmanuel have really sprinted towards the finish to get the bronze medal. And Emmanuel on the line, just, I think, ahead of Headington School. And Kingston Rowing Club cross the line ahead of Surbiton.
I can't even see the bubble here. Aha. I see the problem. Just be careful that you don't knock the camera on its pole. I must tighten that up tonight. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Four more races to go, ladies and gentlemen, of the Friday of the National Schools Regatta. It's been a fantastic day of racing. Left, we've got two sets of junior under 14 octuples, category 2 and category 1, and we've got the B and A finals from each respectively. But the next race on the course will be race number 77, which is the B final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls, category 2. And the lineup is as follows. In lane 1, Bedford School. In lane 2, London Oratory. In lane 3, Shrewsbury School A. In lane 4, Reading Bluecoat A. In lane 5, King's Chester B. And in lane 6, Bedford School C.
No, this camera can't zoom in really far though. There's a boat on there. No. Camera doesn't zoom in really far. Okay, then if I could see the plate number, I know how many there are.
Race number 77 is now underway. To the right of your picture, Bedford School. London Oratory in lane 2, Shrewsbury School in lane 3, Bluecoat a little way back in lane 4, in lane 5, King's School Chester, and just out of shot, but to the left-hand side of the picture, Bedford School in lane 6. To clarify, it's Bedford School A in lane 1 and Bedford School C in lane 6, and at the moment it is the A crew who lead this race through the first timing marker, 250 metres gone. 25% of the race done and dusted, and it is Bedford School A who lead by half a length over the London Oratory School. The other blue-clad crew on the in the field, Bedford School C, put in a good show out in lane 6. We've seen a few fly and die impressions in that lane already today, and we'll be interested to see if Bedford School C crew can keep up this momentum, especially in lieu of the fact that their compatriots out in lane 1 are leading this race and already establishing themselves as the dominant force as we come towards halfway through this B final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls. Camera pans back towards a more natural angle, and it does look like Bedford School A, stroked by George Barrett, have established a measure of control over this race. Got what looks like a length on the London Oratory School in lane 2. Third place is a little harder to decipher. Shrewsbury School having a good row in lane 3. King's Chester and Reading Bluecoat respectively in lanes 5 and 4. Also going pretty well. But this race is slowly developing into the narrative, a blue narrative, as Bedford School make their way down the course in lane 1. Bedford School A this is. Looking particularly dominant, it has to be said. Bedford School C out in lane 6, still putting in some strong strokes, and actually still in contention for a medal here. At the moment, it's Bedford School A who lead by just around a length with 250 metres left to row. London Oratory look to have the silver medal position fairly much locked up. The bronze medal is far more up for grabs though, between Bedford School C in lane 6 and Shrewsbury School in lane 3. Apologies, there are no medals for this race. My mistake. Proverbial medals. Certainly Bedford School A are in the lead and don't look like relinquishing it. As the crews approach the line in this B final of the Junior Under 14 Octuple Sculls, it is Bedford School A in lane 1 leading the way. They've been able to shake off the attentions of London Oratory, but it won't matter. As the crews cross the line, it is Bedford School A who cross first, ahead of London Oratory School in second. Shrewsbury School putting in a late burst to come across third, followed by Bedford School C in lane 6 in fourth. Reading Blue Coat in fifth, and King's Chester in sixth.
Here we go again.
And the result of race 77, the B final of the Junior Under 14 Octuple Sculls Category 2, was a win for Bedford School A in lane 1. London Oratory School finished second, Shrewsbury School third, Bedford School C fourth, Reading Blue Coat fifth, and bringing up the rear was King's Chester. And immediately after that race, in typically conventional fashion, will be race number 78, the A final of the Junior Under 14 Octuple Sculls Category 2. The roll call is as follows. In lane 1, Hampton B. In lane 2, Hampton A. In lane 3, Westminster A. In lane 4, St Paul's School A. In lane 5, Radley A. And in lane 6, Abingdon School B.
Sometimes it's hard to tell because if that's leading itself, it gives you a false. If we do it like that. Right, I think we're alright.
Thank you. How many races are there? 17.
80, oh, that was 77.
Here is an announcement about racing tomorrow. The race committee have continued to monitor the weather forecasts and are currently looking at tomorrow's race programme, which may change. So please be aware that tomorrow's race programme may change. A further notice will be posted on the results board, website and social media confirming tomorrow's plans at 8:30 this evening. That's 8:30 this evening.
Maybe that's why the chair's in here.
Race 78 is indeed brought to you by Charles Stanley Wealth Managers. Hoping that graphic will move, and it has. This is race number 78, the A final of the Junior Under-14 Octuple Sculls Category 2. The roll call is as follows. To the right of your picture, Hampton B in lane 1, Hampton A in lane 2, in lane 3, Westminster A in lane 4, St Paul's School A, Radley College in lane 5, and Abingdon School B in lane 6, completing the set. And as we look at the screen, it looks like Hampton A in lane 2 have jumped out to an early lead here. They've got about half a length on the rest of the field, including their teammates and probably year companions. Hampton B in lane 1. At the moment, this field is pretty evenly spread. Radley perhaps slightly down on the other 5 crews, but Hampton A are leading this, and then you could pretty much throw a blanket over the 5 crews behind them. Considering the difficulty Abingdon had in attaching to the state boats in the first place, they seem to be rowing rather well, putting in a good case out in lane 6. But as it stands, Hampton A in lane 2 lead this race with about 350, 400 metres gone. But watch that battle out on the near side of the lake to most of our spectators between the 2 Hampton crews. They'll both know each other well. We know the game, know the tactics, know the strategy that makes each crew tick. It'd be interesting to see if they can play off each other as we come into the second half of this A final of the Junior Under-14 Octuple Sculls. So well over halfway now. Crews winding their way down towards the finish, just as the sun sets over what has to be said a resplendent Dorney Lake, which has played host to some fantastic racing already today. This is the 3rd last race of the day. At the moment it's looking like yellow peril is the narrative of this one. Hampton A in lane 2, leading this by what looks like clear water over their teammates in lane 1, Hampton B. Westminster in lane 3, not out of it either. They're vying for the bronze medal alongside St Paul's School and Abingdon, who are having a great race in lane 6. But with 250 metres left to row, Hampton crossed their stern just gently nudging against the bow of Hampton B, and in turn Hampton B with a slight bit of contact on Westminster in 3rd position. As the roars go up to greet the 6 crews as they enter the final phases, it does look like, barring a very, very late mishap, it will be Hampton School A in lane 2 who take the win ahead of Hampton School B, so a 1-2 looks on the cards for Hampton at the moment. The race for the bronze is certainly on though, between Westminster in lane 3 and Abingdon School in lane 6. Both crews going at it hammer and tongs. But above them, Hampton School A crossed the line, about a length clear of Hampton School B. And subject to the umpire's approval, it will be Westminster who finished 3rd, ahead of Abingdon in 4th, St Paul's School in 5th, and Radley College in 6th. And the result of race number 78, the A final of the Junior Under-14 Octuple Sculls Category 2, was a win for Hampton School A over Hampton B. Westminster came home with a bronze medal. Abingdon finished 4th, St Paul's School 5th, and Radley 6th. And if you look towards the big screen now, this is the penultimate race of the day, race number 79, the B final of the Junior Under-14 Octuple Sculls Category 1. The roll call: in lane 1, Dulwich College; in lane 2, Latimer Upper School; in lane 3, Bedford School; in lane 4, Shrewsbury School; in lane 5, King's Chester; And in lane 6, the Windsor Boys School.
It's like right now, turns. Stop saying again, it's like square and there, turn.
And race number 79 is underway. The B final of the Junior Under 14 Octuple Sculls Category 1. Only 2 more races to go, chaps, and this is the first of those 2. Dulwich College in lane 1, Latimer Upper School in lane 2, Bedford School in lane 3. In the middle of your picture, Shrewsbury School in lane 4, King's School Chester in lane 5, and in lane 6, just out of shot on the left-hand side of the screen, is the Windsor Boys School. These octos really do move fast. You look down at the sheet in front of you and you look up again and they're 200 metres down the course, and as we approach the first timing marker, which straddles 1/4 of the race gone, it is Latimer Upper in lane 2, who are having an exceptional day, it has to be said, who are leading this race by no more than a few feet over Dulwich and Bedford School in lanes 1 and 3 respectively. But Latimer really are a force to be reckoned with at J14 and 15 level. Regularly produce exceptionally good crews. They're always very well drilled. Obviously rowing on the tideway will play its part. If ever there was a baptism of fire for rowing, it's the ever unpredictable tideway. And Latimer showing all their nous and experience here to lead this B final with around 400 metres gone. But Dulwich and Bedford on either side of them, both spirited competitors. It'll be interesting to see how the race develops between those 3 as we move down the track. And past the halfway point, it looks like Latimer continued to maintain a lead over Dulwich College. Bedford School have dropped off back a bit in lane 3, and it's Shrewsbury School who have stolen the mantle here. They move into what looks like the 3rd position on the grid. King's Chester having a good row in lane 5, possibly even in 4th spot now. But lane 4 having a really good race there. Shrewsbury School in perhaps one of the more unfavoured lanes in this lineup. But as we look towards the 750 metre mark, it is Latimer who just lead Shrewsbury, who in turn just lead Dulwich. So the race between those 3 developing quickly. Nay, developing, it might even be ending as we approach the conclusion of the race. It is Latimer, Shrewsbury and Dulwich all vying for that top spot in this B final of the Junior Under 14 Octuple Sculls. Fantastic race to serve as our penultimate showing for the Friday of the National Schools Regatta. And the cheers of the crowd will doubtless push these athletes on. It's a tale of 2 halves, certainly the front 3 all well linked and the back 3 all certainly well linked. As we come towards the line, the rates go up, the legs start to burn. Coaches' voices get loud and it's very difficult to tell between the 2. It looks like Latimer and Dulwich are going at it absolutely hammer and tongs here. Latimer have just got the advantage as we come into the final stages. Shrewsbury obviously used all their beans earlier in the race. What a fantastic finish to that. The B final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls. From our position, it looked like Latimer just took that over Dulwich, who in turn was slightly ahead of Shrewsbury.
Last race.
And the result of race number 79 was a win for Latimer Upper School over Dulwich College. Shrewsbury School finished third. Windsor Boys School in fourth, King's Chester in fifth, and Bedford School in sixth. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we come to our final race of the day, the last act, race number 80 on our programme, the A final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls, category 1, the flagship race of the day. So if you're not down by the lakeside, make your way down and show your support for the 6 crews that are about to come down the track. And as the graphic on the screen is showing you, the crews are as follows. In lane 1, St Paul's School. In lane 2, Radley College. In lane 3, London Oratory School. In lane 4, Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association. In lane 5, Hampton School. And in lane 6, Abingdon School. This race, of course, will be of special significance to the crew in lane 3, London Oratory School, whose rowing programme is threatened with closure at the moment. So they're a programme, a rowing school under imminent threat. And so they'll be racing for perhaps a little more than just silverware this afternoon. But it certainly is a battle of the traditional heavyweights, the likes of St Paul's, Radley, Hampton, Abingdon, all of whom will be intimately familiar with each other. And as J14s, they'll doubtless come up against the same athletes as they progress up the age groups. It'll be very interesting to see who strikes first as the battle of their junior rowing careers unfolds. So, ladies and gentlemen, the final race of the day, race 80, the A final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls, and it's underway. Crews have left the state boats. To the right-hand side of your picture, St Paul's School in lane 1, Radley College in lane 2, in lane 3, the London Oratory School, in lane 4, the Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association, Hampton School in lane 5, and completing the set, Abingdon School in lane number 6. And the crews leave the state boats together. Clean starts from all 6 crews. See the flash of water and the crash of the blades. It really is an awesome sight to behold. And it looks like certainly the crew in lane 5, Hampton School, have gone out like they mean it. They look like they're the early race leaders. Be interesting to see if they can maintain that sort of speed. Obviously, we know traditionally, as the day has gone on, the faster crews have come from the lower lanes, the lanes 1s, 2 and 3. As we come through the first timing marker, it is indeed St Paul's School in lane 1, who lead over Radley in lane 2, who in turn lead over Hampton. It really does take a certain degree of skill to move an octo efficiently through the water on account of the number of blades and the number of athletes who are all trying to make the boat move in the same direction. Rowing has this awful habit of not quite working out like that, more often than not. But as it goes, these 6 crews are the creme de la creme of octuples in the UK. And as they tear down the track, it is St Paul's in lane 1, who currently lead this race over Radley College in lane 2. These octuples move so fast, they've already been caught out a couple of times, and they're already through the halfway marker of this race 80, the A final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls. And it does look like it's developing into quite the contest. Very little to choose between the leading crews. From my vantage point, it looks like St Paul's continue to maintain their lead over Radley, who in turn have a lead over Hampton and London Oratory respectively. But as the camera widens out and reveals its hand to us, really is a fantastic sight as the sun sets on Dorney Lake. As St Paul's move through ahead of Radley, who in turn are ahead of London Oratory. Hampton in 4th position, with Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association in 5th and Abingdon School in 6th. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the final 250 metres of the Friday the National Schools Regatta. Get down and cheer those boys on as they come into the last stages. The roar goes up, the adrenaline kicks in. As we reach the closing stages, it is St Paul's who continue to lead, but London Oratory are mounting a really late charge here, particularly poignant in light of their current situation. And it's those three crews, St Paul's, Radley and London Oratory, who come towards the line. The commentary box is on its feet. You could throw a blanket over those three crews. It's a fantastic way to end the first day of the National Schools Regatta. It looks like St Paul's have the slightest of margins over Radley, who in turn have the slightest of margins over London Oratory, and the crews cross together. Fantastic way to end the Friday the National Schools Regatta. Almost too little to call between them. The result of race 80, the A final of the junior under 14 octuple sculls, was a win for St Paul's School. Radley College took the silver medal, London Oratory the bronze, Hampton in 4th, Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association in 5th, and Abingdon School in 6th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude racing for the Friday of the National Schools Regatta.
Where do I leave the walkie-talkie?
Thank you to Charles Stanley Wealth Management for their generous support. We hope you've enjoyed today's racing. We'll be back again at 7:45 tomorrow morning. But please be aware that the racing programme may change for tomorrow, and full details will be posted on the results board, website and social media, confirming the committee's plans at 8:30 this evening. So that's in around half an hour, or 20 minutes even. Plans for tomorrow's racing schedule will be posted.